Hey crafters, today we're going to be making this great happy birthday cake topper. I'm Sarah from Heart Designs and Crafts and I love all things craft. This super cute birthday cake topper is made using card and vinyl. And the vinyl I'm using today is this beautiful shimmer vinyl from Teckwrap. The colors are so awesome. I created the SVG especially for this project and you can grab it for free using the link in the description below. So come with me, let's grab all of our supplies and let's get crafting. So for today's cake topper, what we're going to need is some cardstock. Now you can grab that from anywhere you like your craft store. It doesn't have to be too thick because we're going to make it a couple of layers, so that'll be good. And then I've also got this absolutely fabulous, I love it so much, color shimmer vinyl from teckwrapcraft. Now it has the multiple colors as well as the shimmer from the glitter, but it's not got the texture of glitter, which means it's easy to use with your transfer tape because glitter vinyl sometimes can be hard to transfer. So I've got all of the colors here, which I love, especially the green malachite, isn't it special? Excellent, so we're going to use all of those. We'll probably need a weeding tool and we'll always need a squidgy and some transfer tape as well. So grab your supplies and let's get crafting. So once you've downloaded the SVG and uploaded it into Design Space, it will come in looking like this. Now before we look at all the layers, I'm just going to adjust the size because it comes in at a width of 20 centimeters. So I want to make it about 15 across. So I'm just going to change that. Now, if we click on here and ungroup the layers, you'll see that all of these different things are in different layers. Now I'm going to cut out each one of these different things from a different material. So let's have a look. This one, this back piece, I'm going to cut out 2 of them. So I'm just going to duplicate that. So there is 2 of them. And so that we don't forget to mirror it later, I'm just going to flip it horizontally. Excellent. So this one is going to be a back piece. So we'll talk about that one a bit later. But this one I'm going to cut from cardstock. This one I'm going to cut from vinyl. These leaves I'm going to cut from vinyl as well. But the flowers I'm actually going to cut from vinyl that I've put on top of cardstock. Interesting. So that will mean that when we're cutting it out, we are going to have to swap and change a lot of different cutting settings as we go. But I'll talk you through that. Now before we cut it out, I just want to quickly go and put the vinyl on top of the cardstock and we'll see how that works. Now that we've done that, we're ready to go and cut it out. So we're going to just go and make it. All right, so the 2 back pieces of the cake topper are on the black. So I'm just going to move them around so they don't take up as much space. Because you can move things around so that they fit a little bit better. There we go. So those 2 will only take up like about 12 centimeters of cardstock, so that's good. Now all of the the yellow centers for the flowers are there, and I'm going to cut those out of vinyl as well. Now I'm going to just move this one to its own mat, because this one's going to be cut differently than the happy birthday, even though they'll be from the same color. So that's going to be vinyl, these ones are going to be vinyl, and these ones are going to be cut from the cardstock that has vinyl on top of it. Okay, so let's cut out each individual layer here. So with this one, we'll go to continue. Now we're just going to cut this from cardstock for intricate cuts. I'm going to give it a bit more pressure. Now that will give 2 passes over the cardstock and make a clean cut. So we'll go ahead and cut that one. Okay, so we've just cut out the back of the cake topper with the cardstock. So I've cut that out from cardstock. So next we're just going to cut out the vinyl pieces, which will be this happy birthday and the leaves and the centers for the flowers. So I'll just start with the leaves first, but before we do that, we'll just need to change this to a different setting. So I use the premium vinyl shimmer setting to cut the shimmer vinyl because it's a bit thicker than other vinyls, and I find this cuts it out the best. So we'll just go ahead and cut out those vinyl pieces. So we've just cut out the vinyl, which was the happy birthday and circles for the middle and the green leaves. Now I want to cut out all of the flowers from the cardstock that has the vinyl on the top. Now I've put them all onto one mat, so I'm just going to move them around so it'll be easier to cut out. We're going to have to go out to do this, so we'll just cancel and then we can move these around. Okay, so now we have all the flowers on one mat, which makes it easier to cut out. All right, so we'll continue on and cut those out. Now, because this is 2 layers deep now, because we have the vinyl on top of the cardstock, we're going to have to use another setting to cut it out. And I've done a few test cuts and discovered that this one, Shimmer Leather 1mm, is the one that cuts. Now this actually does 3 passes over it, so when I did it in a test cut, it worked perfectly. So we'll put more pressure on and then we will cut out those ones on the cardstock. Let's do it. So we've cut all the things out. We've cut our cardstock out, we've cut our little flowers, which are vinyl and cardstock. They look a bit fancy. And then I've cut my vinyl out. All right, so let's put it all together. First, we'll just weed the vinyl. Okay, so they're all weeded. Now we'll take our happy birthday that is the right way. We will grab some transfer tape and pop that onto the happy birthday. Okay, let's leave that one on. this transfer tape works perfectly with this vinyl. So I'm just going to use a piece of parchment paper so that I can line this up perfectly before I stick it on. Okay, that looks about right, so I'll just stick it. Now I don't want to stick too much to the cardstock because I don't want to rip it. So I'm just going to be very gentle when I stick this down, pushing down on the vinyl only. There we go. And then I'll just pull this back carefully, and then I can stick the vinyl on a bit better when the transfer tape is off. There we go, didn't stick to the cardstock at all, which is great. And then we'll just turn that over and give it a bit of a rub. Just press it down. There we go, it looks so nice and sparkly. What I'm going to do first is I'm just going to stick these circles in the middle of our flowers first. So I might just use a pair of tweezers. Let's do this one here. There we go. There we go, so that's the flowers done. Now we need to stick the leaf vinyls onto the leaves. So I'll see if this works first. I might use transfer tape, but I'm just going to try this first. So just line it up. There we go. So they're all the same size, so it doesn't really matter which one goes on which one. You could do this with transfer tape if you wished, but I think this is actually easier. All right, last one. Well, so far, so sparkly, so good. All right, now just to give this a bit of dimension with the flowers, I'm just going to use some foam squares, and I'm just going to place those on the back of the flowers. It's just going to make it pop a little bit more. Okay, so the flowers, we are just going to pop in their spot. So I'll take the backing off and then just find where that one goes. There we go. And this one. This one I'll put on first because the others overlap this one. And last one. There we go. That is so pretty. That turned out better than I imagined. So good. All right, we now just need to finish it off. Okay, so to finish this off, we'll need to stick a stick to them so that it can be put into your cake. So I've just used like a wooden skewer, but you can get like acrylic clear cake toppers and things like that. I am just using these. So you'll just need to grab a hot glue gun and just pop some glue on here to stick down your stick. You don't need a lot. Just attached it to a piece that is in the middle. Just let that cool. There we go. And now, so that the back of your cake topper doesn't look like this, really messy, that is why we cut out the other one backwards so that we can stick it on and the back looks very good. So for that, we'll just grab some glue. Just any old craft glue will do. Just use that to stick this on. Just make sure that that is lined up on the back. And there we go. There's your pretty sparkly cake topper with a bit of dimension. The flowers stand out. And on the back, perfect. That will make a great addition to a birthday cake. Well, this cake topper is just perfect for your next birthday celebration. I love how the shimmer vinyl stood out on the card and the flowers, they just made it pop. So don't forget to grab the free SVG for this project from the link below in the description. And while you're there, maybe leave a comment. Let me know if you made one. Thanks for watching today. Have a great week and we'll see you next time. Bye.